Hello everyone, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I have a new series. I am loving this series. I don't know if you have seen my other series yet. You probably have. I told you I had two series that I wanted to start for the new year when it came to eyeshadow palettes in general, specifically. And this one is no different. This is something that I have been wanting to do where I wanted to share with you guys how to use an older palette with a new palette to kind of revive the older palette. I've noticed that throughout the beauty community, and I'm also including myself in that, is when we purchase a palette, we feel like we can only use that palette. We can't incorporate other things to get out of that rut that we have with that specific palette. And I think it's fun and different and inexpensive to bring in other things and to use it. It sounds so common sense like and so duh, but we've all fallen into it where we're like, oh, we like this palette, I'm gonna use it 10 million ways, two palettes, one look kind of thing, and then you're like, okay, that's all you can do with it? All right, I don't want it anymore, let me declutter and get something new. And then you realize it's the same thing, you just decluttered, just different packaging and maybe a little bit brighter shades. But anyway, the whole point is to revive older palettes. I don't know what I'm going to call this yet. I don't know. Maybe it's already told you what I'm calling this, but I picked the Naked 2 palette. It's cooler tone palette. We've all forgotten about this palette, obviously. And I am adding it with the new Bare Minerals Aurora palette. Now, this is limited edition. It is still available at Nordstrom as I'm filming this video. And this is what it looks like here. And it is a cool tone palette, but with brighter shades, so you can do a ton with these two. This is what I came up with. I also added something fun to the look just to remind you that you can do this as well. So obviously, if you are interested to see how I came up with this look, just stay tuned. So you guys know from the intro, we're going to be using two palettes, one old and one new, and I have been wanting to use this Aurora Lights for Bare Minerals on my channel because I have been using it off camera for quite some time and wanted to share it with you guys. And we're also going to do the Naked 2 palette. I wanted to do a cool tone look since cool tones are in and I love it and it's fun, so I'm just going to clean my brush. And I think we're going to start out with Tease from the Naked 2 palette, and I'm just going to put this in the crease as our starting point. And I love the fact that this palette is not super like cool tone browns. It has like purples and pinks in it, so you can even pair this palette with like a purple mauve tone palette or a pink one, and you can find cool tone ones that way and still use it and it'll come out nice. It's so quiet up here, you guys. Don't mind my little kimono I'm wearing right now. My beauty room is above our garage, so it's always cold in here. Regardless of what we do, it's always going to be cold in here, which is fine in the summer, but in the winter it's kind of cold in here. I'm going to grab this color right here called Venus from the Bare Minerals palette. This is not a matte shade, it is a satin, but it's such a soft satin that it's so beautiful in the crease. I love this eyeshadow, and I'm putting it right in the crack of my eyeballs. You guys can see there. So my intentions for this series is just to remind us of palettes that we loved and use them with new ones, because I know I've fallen into this rut and I've heard people on YouTube as well that do makeup where we have gotten stuck on, well, I got this palette, this is the only palette I can use for my look and I'm not too happy with it because it's boring. But we forget that we can mix and match and bring in new things that we have in our collection to revamp what we already had to make a whole new thing. So that's my whole point of this, is to, again, this whole year is to try to save money and to use what we have. So that is my whole point of this. So now that we have this, and if you see it, it's so pretty. It's like a purpley mauve, beautiful shade. I'm going to go ahead and use, because I love this shade, I don't know if I should go with Chopper or YDK. I think I'm going to YDK because I just love that shade in the Naked 2 palette. It's just one of my favorites, always my go-to. Every time I wear it, I always get compliments on this eyeshadow. I remember wearing it once to a wedding, and one of the waiters actually stopped me to ask what was on my eyes. I had a burgundy dress on with this look. It's so pretty. I can't fit in that dress today. Not after having 2 more kids. No ma'am. So I'm gonna put this all over the lid. And I'm gonna try to use the same ratio of eyeshadows per palette. Obviously I'm not gonna use 6 eyeshadows, but I'm gonna try to use almost an even amount of shadows per palette when I do these looks. And again, you guys don't need to have all these palettes. I'm just trying to inspire you to use something you have with something new that you recently got, or that's more new than what your older palette is. So we have that. Look how pretty that is. So for this one, I'm gonna actually put something in the center, which I find to be beautiful. And I'm gonna put this color right here, Interstellar, and I'm just going to put it right in the middle of the lid, right here, just to give it a little bit of a pop. It's almost non-visible, but I can see something there. Just a hint. And now for the lower lash line, I want to go in, which one should I use? Oh, this is so hard. Because neither one of these two have a dark purple. But I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to go in with YDK first, and just going to put this on the bottom lid. Let me grab a mirror here. Put this on the lower lash line here to start out with a base. Can you hear that? It's Mr. Man. We're supposed to get snow tomorrow. By the time you see this video, the snow has already come, I'm sure. But he's prepping for it. Hence why I told you the garage is below me. And then I'm gonna grab, to blend it out, I'm gonna go back to that Venus shade right here and blend that out. This is such a pigmented shade. I'm so proud of Bare Minerals for coming out with a palette like this, because they rarely do color. And they did it really nice with this palette. Oh wow, that is very pretty. Now I want to deepen out the outer V. So I'm going to grab Busted. Look at my camera. I'm going to grab Busted right here and put that on the outer V to darken this look up. And that is not a matte either, but it works. It works, my friends, it works. I'm just gonna grab a fluffy brush and just blend everything out. These two shades right here are stunning. I love these two ones out here. These two are one of the best highlighting shades ever. And I think I'm gonna go with the darker one, which is called Presto, which is this bottom one right here. They are very pigmented, especially if you wet them. Look how pretty that is. Just brighten that whole thing up. So for the inner rim, I am gonna go with a purple. I'm gonna do my lashes, my wing liner, and mascara, and then I'll come back and we will do the lips. That's all that I have left to do is the lips. Okay, so this is what the look looks like without any type of anything, but I do want to add some sparkle. I have purchased these a while back and I love these. These are the Makeup Forever Starlit Liquid glitters. These are like a soft glitter and they come in like this nail polish form. Oh, I love this. Let me just shake it up a little bit more. So it comes in this nail polish form, and what I do is I grab this with a flat concealer brush. I have like feathers and stuff in here. Just grab it and then I pat it on the actual eyelid of where I want this to be. And you can go as little or as much as you want, because this is a very, very fine glitter. I've used these before, not recently, and I'll tell you the color of this one in a second. Doesn't that look beautiful? It's very, very subtle. It's not as chunky as the Stila glitters. It's more adult, if you will. It's so beautiful, and I just leave my lids like this until it dries up a little bit. This one's in the color 02, and they're made in France. I just like to blow these out. It looks so pretty in person. It just fits perfect because this is like a pinky color. So it fits perfect with the purpley mauve shades. It's not a warm purple pink, it's a cooler one. So that's where you have it. Now for the lips, I'm going to use this lip liner from Bite Beauty. It's the number 36, which is like this neutrally shade right here. And then I'm gonna put Sake over it. It's a cooler toned shade. This is one of the ones that Drea got me for Christmas. So I'm just gonna go ahead and line my lips and then use that lipstick. So this is the final look using something old and something new. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any other suggestions of an older palette that you want me to pair with something new, let me know in the comment section, or vice versa. If you saw something new that I have that you want me to pair with something old, I want to continue the series to share with you guys how to revive your old palettes, how to combine different palettes and use them and come up with something new, different, and unique, and incorporate other things that you may have in your collection, because we all know we have plenty to go around. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in my next video, and don't forget that a smile is the best makeup a girl can wear. Bye guys.